There comes a moment in life when something becomes clear. You have been explaining yourself to people who were never trying to understand you. Your choices, your boundaries, your growth, and every explanation quietly drained your peace. The Stoics understood this well. Marcus Aurelius wrote only for himself, reminding his mind of one simple truth: you do not owe the world access to your inner life. Yet most people live as if they do. They explain why they said no. They explain why they changed. They explain why they walked away. And with every explanation, they give away control. Why we feel the need to explain. The urge to explain yourself does not come from confidence. It comes from fear. Fear of being judged. Fear of being misunderstood. Fear of disappointing others. Epictetus warned that the moment you depend on others' approval, you lose your freedom. Every unnecessary explanation is a request for permission to be who you already are. The Stoic does not request, he decides. Silence is not weakness. Silence is often misunderstood, but silence is not arrogance, it is discipline. Seneca believed a wise person speaks only when words improve the silence. Most explanations do not. They invite debate, they invite judgment, they invite control. When you stop explaining yourself, something shifts. Your boundaries become solid. Your presence becomes stronger. When you stop, power returns. Explaining yourself slowly pushes you into a defensive position. You begin reacting instead of leading, justifying instead of standing firm, proving instead of becoming. Silence breaks this pattern completely. When you stop explaining, your actions gain weight. Your presence becomes steady. Your values no longer need validation. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, do what is right. The rest does not matter. That includes opinions, judgments, and misunderstandings that do not deserve your energy. Not everyone deserves clarity. Not every question is asked with honest intention. Some people ask to control. Some ask to feel secure. Some ask because your growth makes them uncomfortable. The Stoics understood this deeply. They chose words carefully because they valued their inner peace. They did not waste explanations on people committed to misunderstanding them. In a world filled with noise, restraint becomes a quiet form of strength, and silence becomes a filter. What truly changes? When you stop explaining yourself, real change begins internally. Your mind grows calmer because you are no longer defending your choices. Your confidence rises because your boundaries remain intact. Your energy returns because it is no longer leaking into pointless conversations. You stop trying to convince others of your worth. You stop justifying your direction. You become grounded. And grounded people are difficult to pressure, confuse, or manipulate. Let actions speak. Epictetus believed philosophy was not something to discuss, but something to live. You do not need to explain discipline. You do not need to explain growth. You do not need to explain self-respect. Consistency communicates far more than words ever could. Show up daily. Act with intention. Live aligned with your values. Those who understand will notice without explanation. Those who don't never needed one. Say less, live more. Stop explaining yourself, not out of pride, not out of coldness, but out of clarity. Your life does not need constant commentary. Your choices do not need approval. Your growth does not need explanation. Live with intention. Act with discipline. Choose silence when words weaken your position. That quiet decision is what truly changes everything.